In the golden age of technology, it seems like every square inch of the world has been documented either by satellite imagery or by cell phone camera. Because of this, some pretty unexplainable photos have been captured, many of which seem as though they should not exist. Number 5. This first photo sent the internet ablaze when it was posted back in January of 2016. The photo was allegedly taken as a passenger plane passed over Austria and shows the figure of what appears to be a man walking around on top of the clouds, with some saying that the man bears a striking resemblance to the Michelin Man. The original poster states, "I asked the ladies beside me to look at it too, in case I was seeing things. They too were amazed. I took some photos and then the aircraft slowly passed it. It was in view for about 2 minutes as it was a good bit away in the distance. Some comments online said it was smokestacks below and the heat from them pushed up the layer of the clouds. But I don't think so, as they looked very close together. Probably just a funky cloud formation, but I'd love for someone who knows about clouds to see it and try to explain. To this day, no definitive explanation has been published and the Michelin Man remains a mystery." Number 4. This photo has very little backstory, but there are so many unexplainable things surrounding it. The uploader of the photos simply wrote, "My trail camera captured a child playing with a coyote at 3 a.m. Why was there a child loose in the woods at 3 a.m.? Who let the child out? She doesn't appear to be lost or in any sort of distress. She seems perfectly content. But why and how has she befriended this coyote? None of it really adds up, and to this day, no explanation has been made." Number 3. This next photo was posted to 9gag back in 2016 and quickly made the rounds on the internet and has widely been declared the most disturbing selfie photo ever taken. The photo shows a couple taking a selfie in front of a window. Everything seems innocent enough until you look at the reflection in the window. In the reflection of the woman's hair, you can see a face looking back at you, almost as if her head is completely turned around, though in the foreground of the photo she's clearly looking forward. The photo has since been examined and does not appear to be photoshopped in any way, so why exactly is this woman's face on the back of her head? We may never know. Number 2. This next photo was found just in time for the re-release of Stephen King's It. This photo shows a freaky-looking clown in full costume and was taken in the middle of the woods in the early morning hours. The thought of killer clowns is disturbing enough. The thought of random clowns in the woods is pretty terrifying as well. But what was a killer clown doing in the middle of the woods at 4 a.m.? The photo has yet to be explained. Number 1. This photo is by far the strangest on this list. In mid-2015, a group of archaeologists opened a sealed tomb belonging to the Ming dynasty, which dates back over 400 years. They began to open the tomb to reveal its contents when, rather unexpectedly, a metallic object fell to the ground. When recalling the event, one researcher who was at the scene stated, "When we tried to remove the soil wrapped around the coffin, suddenly a piece of rock dropped off and hit the ground with a metallic sound. We picked up the object and found it was a ring. After removing the covering soil and examining it further, we were shocked to see that it was a watch. The tiny watch was further investigated and the word Swiss was found to have been written on the back, and the time at which the watch stopped was 10:06. What makes this finding extremely strange is that in order for the word Swiss to have been on it, it would have to have been created after 1848, as prior to then what we now call Switzerland was known as the Old Swiss Confederacy. How could an artifact such as this have ended up embedded in a Chinese tomb? Well, no one knows. Some believe that